From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18, find in. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
2nd and 13. Quick hit here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Third and 2.
Trap 19, Tiger, 19, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's probably as simple of a throw as you'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
You look at this Cowboy defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really have something to talk about.
That's the challenge. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
7 Pirates, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's got a full head of steam. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Cowboy 80.
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Cougar 19.
On play action, they'll throw. Will try and do this himself. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
79 Broncos. Steady.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Seahawks are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Collins running it from the pistol. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the pass. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
18, Buffalo 18. 18.
Looking to throw. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 36. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stops.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normally, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
A little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 25. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
19 Lions. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Viking 18.
They'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
70, Hawk, ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, Warriors, 70. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And Walker has it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside. which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now they'll audible to something else. They'll try the right side with Collins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 24 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Aubrey now for the PAT. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
18, let's go. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Go.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here we go, set. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. 19, 18.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
19, 8, ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little poke pass here. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring them down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Trap 60, trap 60.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go, Reed, go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could have.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards.
To get back in this ballgame, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. And that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's West. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On play action, they'll throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
They'll look to throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And good good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On the give, this is Collins running left. Gets past one man. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Quickly completed to the right flank. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Back to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Aubrey now for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now he's going to step up and run. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end. But this one falls incomplete.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
70, trap 60, trap 60. 18, 16, Pioneer. Ready, ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready, break.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.